What if everything the modern wellness industry is selling you right now, the synthetic supplements, the isolated powders, the $14 juice cleanses, was already sitting in a book written thousands of years ago? The foods described in ancient biblical scripture are not mere religious symbols. They are precisely engineered nutritional weapons. Today, researchers running clinical human trials are arriving at the same jaw-dropping conclusion. Ancient populations knew exactly how to engineer their biochemistry. We are going to walk through 10 historical foods and show you with cutting-edge science why each one is a cellular healing powerhouse that the modern world has completely abandoned. Stay with me, because number 7 contains an enzyme profile so medically potent that it was used to reverse a terminal, infected wound of a reigning king. And number 2 consists of a rare compound that operates through the exact same biochemical pathways as ibuprofen, functioning as the ancient world's most complete medicine.
Hey everyone, Milo here. And today, on Milo Explains, we are decoding the 10 lost scriptural superfoods that your cells are waiting for. Let's dive straight into the data.
Number 10. Barley, the grain of ordinary people that outperforms everything. Barley was never a glamorous food. It was the rugged staple of campaign soldiers, sailors, and common laborers. When historical texts described feeding thousands with basic loaves, those loaves were invariably made of common barley. Yet, the everyday person was eating the most cardiovascular protective grain ever studied. Barley contains the highest concentration of beta-glucan fiber found in any grain on Earth. Beta-glucan forms a thick biological gel inside the digestive tract that slows glucose absorption, flattens blood sugar spikes, binds to LDL cholesterol to carry it out of the body, and actively stimulates immune cells. In clinical trials, barley consistently outperforms oats in post-meal blood sugar stability, providing sustained low glycemic metabolic fuel. Number 9. Onions, the prebiotic king that paid the pyramid builders. Egyptian laborers who built the pyramids were partially paid directly in onions, highlighting their immense foundational value to an elite workforce. Onions are loaded with quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory polyphenol that stabilizes human mast cells and inhibits inflammatory signaling pathways involved in chronic disease. Furthermore, their raw inulin-type fructan fibers pass into the colon entirely untouched to selectively feed vital, health-promoting gut bacteria. Without ever having a word for the microbiome, ancient cultures systematically built and maintained a robust internal ecosystem through daily allium intake, while the sulfur compounds simultaneously supported vital liver detoxification pathways. Number 8. Pistachios, the nut a patriarch considered worthy of a king. In historical accounts during a devastating regional famine, the patriarch Jacob instructed his sons to bring a luxury gift to an Egyptian ruler who controlled the grain supply. He didn't send gold, he sent pistachios. This tells us these nuts were treated as currency-grade nutrition, a valuation modern science completely validates. Pistachios are entirely unique among tree nuts for their massive concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin, two essential carotenoids that act as the primary protective compounds for the human macula. Regular intake is directly linked to a reduced risk of macular degeneration. Packed with blood pressure regulating potassium and a complete amino acid profile, clinical studies reveal that pistachios dramatically expand populations of beneficial bifidobacterium strains. Number 7. Figs, the prescription that saved a monarch. When King Hezekiah was dying from an infectious terminal wound, the prophet Isaiah successfully prescribed a compress of mashed figs pressed directly onto the flesh. Figs contain a proteolytic enzyme called ficin that aggressively digests dead, necrotic tissue, cleaning deep wounds from the inside out. Fresh fig latex also exhibits documented antimicrobial properties to accelerate skin healing, explaining why traditional cultures applied mashed fresh figs directly to inflamed skin. Internally, figs feed and diversify your gut microbiome through soluble pectin fiber, while delivering a massive mineral payload of natural magnesium, potassium, and bioavailable calcium. Number 6. Almonds. Sacred architecture built around a nut. Built directly into the theological design of the golden menorah, almonds provide unmatched nutrient density. A single small serving delivers massive bioavailable vitamin E in its most active form, alpha tocopherol. This fat-soluble antioxidant embeds itself into your cell membranes, acting as a structural shield that prevents dangerous oxidative damage. Almonds are also packed with organic magnesium to drive over 300 enzymatic reactions, lowering bad cholesterol and regulating blood sugar. Because of the intricate microscopic geometry of the almond's cell walls, a substantial portion of its healthy fats cannot be broken down by human digestive enzymes, meaning these lipids pass directly into the large intestine to enrich your microbiome.
But wait, it gets crazier. Because Milo has to ask, why did an entire nation of free people, newly delivered from brutal slavery, break down and weep because they missed the taste of common garlic? Let's unlock the shocking biochemistry behind their tears.
Number 5. Garlic. The food the Israelites wept over. When wandering in the wilderness, historical texts record that an entire population reached a breaking point and mourned bitterly for the garlic of Egypt. Their deep grief becomes entirely rational when you look at the raw chemistry. Mashing a clove of garlic immediately triggers an enzymatic process that synthesizes allicin. Allicin is one of the broadest spectrum natural antimicrobials ever identified, disrupting multiple pathogen pathways simultaneously, making microbial resistance almost impossible. Controlled clinical trials prove that regular garlic consumption drastically reduces the duration of respiratory infections, lowers blood pressure, decreases arterial clotting, and upregulates vital liver detoxification enzymes. Because heat destroys volatile allicin, raw, freshly crushed garlic remains the supreme medicinal application. Number 4. Dates. The original energy bar that kept ancient armies alive. Celebrated across ancient scripture, the date palm kept people alive in the most brutal climates on earth. Soldiers and traders carried dates because they are calorie-dense, shelf-stable for months without refrigeration, and packed with rapid-absorbing natural sugars that fuel the body without a refined sugar crash. Beyond fast fuel, a single date contains meaningful amounts of bioavailable magnesium, potassium, copper, manganese, and B vitamins. Its structural fiber content slows down glucose absorption, ensuring a gentle glycemic response. Astonishingly, multiple controlled clinical trials show that women who consume dates regularly in the final weeks of pregnancy experience significantly shorter labor times and superior cervical dilation outcomes at admission. Number 3. Pomegranate, the antioxidant that decorated Solomon's temple. The pillars of Solomon's temple were deliberately decorated with 200 carved pomegranates. Throughout ancient culture, it stood as a supreme symbol of abundance and biological life. Modern oncology and longevity science are discovering why. Pomegranates contain an exceptionally rare compound called punicic acid. When metabolized by your gut microbiome, it breaks down into urolithins, specific molecules that trigger mitophagy, the cellular cleanup process that systematically destroys damaged, aging mitochondria and replaces them with healthy, youthful energy factories. Clinical trials using pomegranate juice demonstrate measurable reductions in systolic blood pressure, decreased oxidation of LDL cholesterol, and a drop in chronic inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein. Number 2. Olive oil, the ancient world's most complete medicine. Referenced over 140 times in Scripture, extra virgin olive oil is clinically proven to drastically reduce systemic inflammation, cognitive decline, and all-cause mortality. Its primary compound, oleocanthal, directly downregulates inflammatory pathways exactly like commercial ibuprofen without side effects. Since chronic, low-grade cellular inflammation is the foundational driver of modern disease, a daily food that stops this process is a massive biological victory. Real cold-pressed early harvest olive oil operates as a living cellular medicine, while commercially produced supermarket oils are heavily degraded by intense processing heat. Number 1. Raw honey, heaven's antimicrobial. Referenced across scripture as a healing tool, unheated raw honey is a comprehensively studied natural antimicrobial that successfully eradicates antibiotic-resistant superbugs like MRSA. It achieves this by generating hydrogen peroxide on contact with tissue, maintaining an acidic pH, and deploying structure-dismantling defensin 1. When honey is commercially heated above 40 degrees Celsius, its delicate, therapeutic enzymes permanently denature, turning a vibrant medicinal food into a simple sugar syrup. Unfiltered, unheated raw honey is so biologically stable that archaeologists excavating 3,000-year-old royal tombs have discovered jars of honey that remain completely edible today. Antiquity was far from uneducated. It was highly attuned to biological cause and effect. Not a single one of these 10 superfoods required a modern laboratory to be discovered. Generations of direct human observation identified these exact biological levers that optimize human survival, and modern clinical trials are simply confirming what our ancestors proved thousands of years ago. Today, the gap between what genuinely heals your cells and what is convenient in a supermarket has never been wider. Pick 2 foods from this list, source their absolute purest, unadulterated versions, and introduce them to your daily biology for 30 days. Stop listening to the commercial noise and let your genetic code calculate the ancient language of human health.